Hello, beautiful people, and welcome or welcome back. Thanks for being here. It's tea and terror time with Julie. So grab yourself a cuppa. I got half a cup of tea here. You do you. Get yourself whatever you want. Put your feet up. Get yourself comfy. Let's have a little look what's going on for the collective. This is a timeless reading. No particular dates. No particular kind of this is going on. This is just a general message. I want six. Okay, they're saying six. All right. General message to the collective at this time. All right, regardless of your star sign. When I say at this time, basically when it resonates for you, when you find it, when you feel like, aha, that kind of fits me right now. All right, let's have a little look then. What else do we want? Okay, we want one of them. So I just get the cards out. This is the wisdom of the oracle. We've got never-ending story coming up, and I want one of these as well. This is the energy oracle. That's the tarot of dreams. Okay. Patience. Oh, have a little patience, as Gary Barlow would say. I love take that. I don't know about you. All right, let's start off with this patience card. It's an angel, the angel of patience. All right, I don't know about you. I'm not very patient. It's something I've been working on for a while. All right, patience is a virtue. I heard that a lot growing up because I was so impatient. Now, when we are impatient, what we're doing is we're resisting what is. We want it to be something different. I want it now. It's not here yet. Where is it? Why isn't it coming? And all of that resistance creates a bit of angst going on inside, doesn't it? So the more that we can work with allowing, it is what it is. It'll unfold, but that doesn't necessarily mean you sit there passively or helplessly, kind of, I'll wait for everything to shift itself. Sometimes we need to take action, and other times it's beyond our control. So the discernment is figuring out which it is. Which is which? Do I need to take some action? Am I being a little bit passive? Am I being a little bit procrastinating? Am I holding back? Is it me or is it life? And that's kind of what we want to ask ourselves at the moment, because the energy of change is very strong for all of us. And some of those changes want to happen now. You decide you want to move house, you put your house on the market, or you give notice if you're renting, and you just get on with it. And other times you start preparing for it, and it takes a little bit of time. You're looking for a job, you're going for job after job after job, and nothing's hitting, nothing's happening. And you start to lose hope. You start to lose, like, what the hell is going on? The never-ending story. 37. 37 is a 1. Tens and ones. Tens are endings, ones are new beginnings. So these two combined, let's look at these. If this is your story, and it might not be your story right now, okay? Never-ending story basically says something keeps going round in circles. All right. I thought this was dealt with. Oh, now it's back again. I thought this was sorted. Oh, now it's back again. A never-ending story. It keeps going round in circles. And the heart there that's been disconnected, that's sitting in the little bubble underneath, all right, it is a sense of I've lost a bit of connection with my heart, with my inner being, and I'm just kind of caught in a loop in the story. Right now, all right, they're just giving me some more information. So this caught in a loop. We've got a lot of strong Gemini energy at the moment, right? Which is very much air energy in your head, overthinking, analyzing, overanalyzing, right? So that feels a lot of what's going on, that we're perhaps overthinking a little bit, perhaps linking in with that patience card. I'm overthinking, and then I am wanting to get it all fixed, sorted now, or yesterday if preferable. So it's kind of, right, take a breath, Allow yourself to come into a space and ask yourself, am I overthinking? Am I trying to rush something? Am I rushing a process here because I'm desperate to get to the end of this? We've got the star energy here, all right, which is what we want to get to. There's the healing, the restoring, the dream, the hope, the wish. That's where we want to be. Hurry up and get there. Hurry up already. All right. But it's a process. All right. So first of all, I want you to ask yourself if you're overthinking. The never ending story. Have I slipped back 1 step forward, 3 steps back? Or is it 3 steps forward, 1 step back? And I'm not looking at the progress I've made on those 2 steps I've gained. Are you being patient with yourself or a bit impatient? I want you to be a little bit more gentle with you, please. Okay. You are working on moving in a different direction. You're working on it really hard. And I want you to give yourself a break, please. Yeah, okay, give yourself a break. The Eight of Coins is a card of the worker, the grafter. Somebody who's really dedicated, putting their heart and soul into something, really, working it. You're working it, guys. You're working it. But are you being impatient? You're saying, well, I should have, woulda, shoulda, couldas. I should have done this by now. I should have had a job by now. I should have done this by now. I should be in a loving relationship by now. Woulda, shoulda, couldas. They're all tellings off. Can we take a breath? Can we step back? Can we acknowledge, all right? Acknowledge, we're not very good at that, are we? Acknowledge how far you've come, how hard you're working, and what you're trying to do here. The Two of Wands is a card of going in a different direction, getting out of your comfort zone, trying something new. Now, by its very nature, if we're trying something new, we're trying a different path, we're opening things up, we're doing it differently, it can be a bit hairy scary and it can take a little bit of time, all right? Especially when we're trying a new path here. So let's bring some patience in and say, I am doing the best I absolutely can do, and I'm so proud of myself, rather than the woulda, shoulda, couldas tellings off. Rather than spiraling in your head round and round with the same story, instead, I want you to get into the I'm doing my absolute best to move myself forward here in a new direction. We are all of us in this new direction. This whole thing about authenticity, the mask dropping, being the real you, that's bringing up a lot of stuff for us to say, well, who is the real me? Who is it? If I've been living my life on this treadmill and it's not really working for me, and I've acknowledged that, and now I'm looking to try and do it differently, do something that actually feels right for me, that fits the new me, the real me, the authentic me, then give it a little bit of time, okay? Because you are working so hard here, guys. You really, really are. And you are manifesting and you are creating something new, something better, something brighter, something lighter. Oh, you're going to feel the weight lift off you. And I want you to know that, all right? So the magician is here with the Page of Wands. Right, the magician in your magic to alchemize, to create, to begin something fresh, to begin something new. And the Page of Wands coming in as an opportunity for that newness, right? Now, Wands is anything that is energized, passionate, exciting. It's also career. So this could be about a job, but it doesn't have to be. This is about anything that is going to get the motivation going. Get your mojoing, all right? We're getting that mojoing. So the magician, you're in your magic to create. We like this. We like this a lot. Right. So you're stepping in because you recognize that something has been hard and heavy. And it's probably just bloody life, isn't it? It can be a bit like this sometimes. But he's not giving up. He's not saying, that's it, I quit. He's saying, let me just have a breather. Let me just have a rest. Look at him sitting on his little step. I'm hearing that halfway up the step is this. I think it's Kermit the Frog. But it's about saying, I am doing my absolute best and I am a star and I am going to actualize my hopes, wishes, dreams and goals. And I am going to restore my light and my world. But right now it might feel a bit hard and heavy. So what am I going to do? I'm going to beat myself up. Woulda, shoulda, couldas. I shouldn't be feeling this. I should be bouncing up those stairs like a spring chicken. Or am I going to say, I'm a little bit exhausted. I'm a little bit drained. I'm going to be really patient with myself. I'm going to be kind to myself. I'm going to give myself the chance to reboot, and then I will be on my way up the rest of those stairs, because this is a card of resilience and not giving up and not turning round. It's saying I'm nearly there. But it might have been quite tough. I'm nearly there for what? Towards my goals, my dreams. The star is your aspirations. It's your light, and it's alchemy. You see the water and the fire. It's alchemy. It's the light. It's your light restoring in a more authentic way, in a brighter way, in a stronger way, in a more powerful way, right? But right now, it might be feeling a little bit. And if it is, please, guys, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself a break. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't berate yourself and don't beat yourself up. Just say, right now, this is a bit hard, but I'm moving towards something that is so significant, so light, so bright, so important, and I absolutely will get there. But if I need to take a breath, I'll take a breath. Okay, let's find out some more. Let's clarify. All right, so when we look at this then, just looking at these before we bring in some clarification, I'm working on moving in a different direction, do it differently, getting out my comfort zone. I'm stepping into my magic to alchemize, to create, to make magic happen, to create the opportunities that are going to move me forward in life. But it's feeling a little bit like a lot of hard work in order to get there. So I'm going to be patient with myself, and I'm going to try really hard not to overthink or beat myself up. Okay? Right. Let's clarify. Tell me more for the collective, please. All right, let's look at this. 8 of coins and 2 of wands. So we're working on something that's new and different and getting us out of our comfort zone. What is this, please? Queen of swords, truth, clarity, balance, 2 of pentacles, 5, the Hierophant. All right, so this is what we're working on. All right, this is what we are trying to achieve. A sense of truth, clarity, focus, a sense of honesty. No more dressing it up. No more pretending that things are all right when they're not all right. No more convincing myself that this is working when it's not. Whatever it is for you, right? It's not just about the negative, about figuring out what doesn't work. It's also about figuring out what does. Really being able to look at, that's so important to me. And I understand why it's important to me, right? I'm going to prioritize that going forward. It's new information that's hugely helpful. So this aha moment, if you've been looking at my readings recently, there's been a lot of like truth bombs, and the truth will out, and the clarity's here, and the aha moments. Yeah, great. What do you do with them when they arrive? What do you do with them? I've seen something I can't unsee. I know something now I can't unknow. What do you do with it? Right. Well, the Queen of Swords says you're going to work on it, because we've got that 8 of coins working on it, two of wands to go in a different path, go down a different direction. Because why? Because I want balance. I want my world and life to come into balance. So I'm looking at what's off, what's up, what's down, what's exhausting. I'm looking at the whole thing so that I can bring it into balance, because I want long-term security and stability. The Hierophant. This is a beautiful card of faith and trust, of moving yourself into your long-term secure future. No more bouncing around like the demented rabbit. No more pushing yourself through something that actually in your heart and being and soul knows is not right for you. Now you're on a new path, right? And that's the thing. Let's look at it. All right. You're on this new path. This 2 of wands is doing it differently. It's a new door that's opening. And this new door, look at it with the Hierophant and him there with his jolly, happy, smiley face, right? This new door is taking you up to something so much better, so much lighter and brighter, so much the real you. And that is empowering. It's wonderful. What's this page of wands? What's this opportunity that's coming in for the collective then? 10 of wands. There we go. See, I told you, if you just give yourself a little bit of a rest on the 9 of wands, then we get to the 10 of wands, the end of that burden. Things start getting easier. And then we move to the 10 of cups. But it's a stressful journey. It's like, there. Okay. 10 of wands. What we're aiming for. This is what we're heading for. That life is less of a struggle. Right, that we're coming to the end of that burden. This is nearly done, right? You are aiming towards that 10 of cups. That's what you want. You want the rainbows and the unicorns. You want the happy family. You want everything to be flowing. But you're a bit nervous about it. You're a bit anxious about it. And that's why we've got this, which I'm feeling with this card is about I'm being in my head a bit too much rather than asking my heart what it wants. Because my heart knows. And the 9 of swords is very much in your head. Too many thoughts swirling around, overthinking, those thoughts pecking at you, annoying you. Right. So we want to shift that. We are shifting it because look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Fool with the Moon and the Lovers and then the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands, I beg your pardon, with the Star. Right, clarifying. The Moon, and we've had that huge moon last week, right? The blue moon. Bringing more clarity, Queen of Swords, all this truth coming out, all this clarity, because we're ready for this new beginning. And that's what that 2 of Wands is, right? Even though we tend to think of aces as the new beginning, yeah, the new beginning comes in and it takes us down a different path, okay? So the Fool is confirming this is a significant new beginning, but a choice, a decision needs to be made with the Lovers to step into that new beginning. Look at this, right? We've got the Fool and the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Lovers in the middle. So for some of you, this might be a new relationship, especially because the Hierophant's here. Hierophant does signify contracts, marriage, things that are long-term, traditional, stable, secure. So this could be a brand new relationship for some of you, if you're open to that. Doesn't have to be. Predominantly, the Lovers is making a choice, a decision from the heart, not the head. Okay, so I want you to get into your heart. What does my heart say? What does my heart want? Because what I'm wanting is this new beginning, Ace of Pentacles, this fresh start. Now, Ace of Pentacles can be a new job, new money, new security, new stability. This is what you're moving towards. So if we pull this together, then we've got the Hierophant, marriage, commitments, contacts, contracts, long-term security. You're working on that, and this is different from what you've had, from a place of truth and clarity, because I want balance. I want my world to really come into harmony. So I'm in my magic to create the new opportunities that lead me to this happiness that I want and the end of the struggle. But I'm a little bit in my head about it, a little bit anxious. This is overthinking, sleepless nights. And we tend to do that when we're going through change, don't we? All right. So I want you to just reassure yourself this new beginning is absolutely on the cards. It's meant to be. We've got the 9 of Wands that leads to the 10 of Wands, the end of the struggle. We've got the Star, your light, your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, your inspirations coming out on the back of that full moon that we had. That's stepping you into this new beginning with the Fool. And remembering the Fool is a leap of faith. You don't have to have all the answers. You've just got to trust and jump. So make that choice, make that decision that this new beginning is now, that you're ready, that you're stepping into it. Now, it doesn't have to be, something huge like, a new job, a new home. I've just met the love of my life that I'm going to marry. It might be, but it doesn't have to be that. It could be a switch in your thinking, in your mindset, in your energy, in your hope. It can be a switch like that makes all the difference. And all of a sudden, we're off on this new path and it unfolds. So be patient with yourself. Be patient with life. Try not to get into your head too much and get into your heart instead. And then it'll unfold and move you forward. Okay? All right. Let's get you an angel message to finish off. Final message from the angels for the collective, please. Okay. You see, we are in this truth. It just keeps coming out. It's this thing about Uranus, depending where you are, in Gemini. Let me just clarify. Yeah, I did a video about Uranus, and several of you went, it's not Uranus, it's Uranus. That's the American pronunciation. The British pronunciation is Uranus, and I'm British, so actually I was correct. But it doesn't matter. It's semantics, isn't it? It's all about truth, right? So we're seeing things that we didn't see before. We're becoming aware of things we weren't aware of before, including our own needs, things that grate, things that bring joy. We're just becoming more aware. It's like somebody's turning the light up and we're like, oh, I didn't see that before. Now I do. All right. So the truth is here. Now it's the number 13. That's a 4. Fours are about our foundations. Do you want your foundation built on deception and untruth and falsehood, or do you want your future based on truth, authenticity? Because that's what's stable, that's what's real, and that's what we're moving into. But it's not necessarily easy and it's not necessarily comfortable. I know. Okay. I have found my recent few weeks with what I'm coming into awareness of extremely challenging. And I've questioned, why did I start this? What am I gaining here? And I realize I'm gaining truth, I'm gaining clarity. And the aim of it is to help me to ... That's my business. But it's about saying, I would rather be in the energy of authentic truth. And I need patience with that. And I need time with that. And then it unfolds into a more authentic, heart centered, loving life that we all, each of us, step into. Okay. All right, my beautiful people, that's what I have for you. I will see you soon. You take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.